Welcome to a special early edition of News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for January 20th, 2026. The reason we're here on a Tuesday is Universal Orlando Resort officially announced the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster will replace Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit at Universal Studios, Florida. They also announced that Fast and Furious Supercharged will close permanently. Amazing. A few days ago, Universal teased a Fast and Furious related announcement. Now we know that Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, that's right under the same name as the Hollywood counterpart, is the new roller coaster under construction at the theme park. The announcement states it will open in 2027. The first version of Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift will open fittingly at Universal Studios Hollywood this year. It consists of 4,100 feet of track, sound reduction technology, and 360-degree rotation to create the sensation of drifting. Differences in land mean the Florida version of Hollywood Drift won't be identical to California's. It's on a mountainside in California, but this will be in a long, flat space here in Florida. It will likely have the same theming, the drifting effects throughout the ride, etc. Meanwhile, the infamously bad Fast and Furious Supercharged has survived long-term closures and rumors of permanent closure for a little bit, but with the coaster coming, Universal says the ride will close for good in 2027. Man, we still have another year of Fast and Furious Supercharged. I mean, we got over a year to say goodbye to Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom. We got what do we get, 6 months to say goodbye to Muppet Vision? We're going to get over a year to say goodbye to Fast and Furious Supercharged. Whatever timeline we're on, we're on the bad one. We gotta be. Although the good news is, again, Fast and Furious Supercharged will be no more. Now, for many months on this show, we've speculated, and you in the comments have speculated what the theme of this roller coaster replacing Rip Ride Rockit would be. There were many theories out there. Many theories were out there of what the roller coaster could be themed to. Man, I just wish there were two better IPs that more people had asked for that this coaster could have been themed to. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there's probably some better ones out there that would have made everybody happy. Either way, I will say I think the silver lining is that Supercharged is, you can just hang out there. Supercharged is no more, eventually no more at least. But let me know in the comments how you feel. The coaster in Hollywood looks really fun. Part of that, though, is it being on the mountainside and going over the starway, the escalators and the staircases. I don't know if it going through the back alleyways of Universal Studios Florida is going to be that exciting. I also don't understand necessarily why it's Hollywood Drift in Florida. I guess that's kind of the Hollywood section of the park. And I guess so. Let me know in the comments how you feel. I'm excited because it'll be better than Rip Ride Rockit for sure, and I'm excited because then that's going to open up some land for something new on the other side of the park where Fast and Furious Supercharged is. And I don't know, maybe there's something you could put over there that'd be really cool. We'll wait and see. Meanwhile, ex-user BioReconstruct recently took flight over Universal Orlando to check on the developments of this roller coaster. In the first photo you're looking at now, taken from the back of the park, just beyond the New York area and park limits, you can see the full scope of the work stretching all the way up to the waterway by City Walk. A closer look at the City Walk adjacent area of construction shows a variety of ongoing utility work and some early foundation work, all related to this Fast and Furious roller coaster. It's so weird to say what it is finally. It's an adjustment. The view of the open walkway running alongside the construction area next to the Hard Rock Cafe may give you a better sense of the scale of the work going on. Further back in the construction area past Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon and adjacent to the Mummy, we can see work on what appears to be a service building for the coaster. The larger depression in the ground can be seen with a number of workers in these photos. And notably, spurs for coaster tracks have been erected in this gap. Of course, we're going to keep tracking this all the way to 2027. That first version, though, of Hollywood Drift is going to open this year in Hollywood. Advertisements for theme parks aren't new. They're a common occurrence. But what is less common, however, is an ad that gets fans really talking online and rallying around the messaging, which is the case for a new ad from Universal Orlando Resort. And what fans are clamoring about with this new ad is its messaging. It doesn't open with a montage of theme park footage. It doesn't show a typical happy nuclear family. Instead, it begins with a series of scenes of folks heading out on a road trip seemingly to Universal. And the words, whoever you are, wherever you're from, respectively pop up on the screen, and then launches into scenes of an exciting theme park vacation that changes you. Redditor Theron White called it a masterclass in storytelling. What's really interesting is the choices made. There are cars that are not the vehicles of those with affluence, or even those that are a typical, middle-income family in America. There are some rusty cars, there's some older cars. It really is showing that it's atypical of theme park advertising. Especially, we deal with Disney so much, and it is really that like picture-perfect family of four, with a mother and a father and two kids, and one's a girl and one's a boy. And it's so typical of what we see. And for the most part, we've seen a lot of that in Universal advertising also. So it's nice to see this different take that's more real. I'm glad that someone tried something different. And that's why, it's been out for like a day, and it made waves immediately, because it just instantly you can feel how different it is from every other ad we've ever been forced to watch. So kudos to the marketing team. This is a really interesting take, and I think it's making an impact. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to WDWNT.travel, and their team will design your next epic vacation with tickets and more for Epic Universe and other Universal parks, hotel reservations, and so much more. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free. So book today. Trains on both tracks of Stardust Racers at Epic Universe got stuck on Sunday, January 18th, forcing the attraction to close for the day. It remained closed on Monday, and we didn't know when the attraction would reopen. Universal guests shared photos and videos of both trains valleyed, meaning they failed to make it over a hill and dropped backwards into the valley where they were stuck. The failure was likely due to the unusually high winds we had in the Orlando area on Sunday. Thankfully, there were no guests on the trains when the incident took place, so no one needed to be evacuated or anything. But the ride was closed that morning due to the weather. They were testing the trains to see if they could reopen, and obviously they could not. Aerial photographer BioReconstruct shared some photos of how Epic Universe had to recover the Stardust trains stuck on the track with a crane. This is really interesting to see, but Stardust Racers did not. The wind was bad. The wind was bad. That's not a fault of the ride or those operating it. It was really, really rough, even by Orlando standards. Certainly in July, some of those storms, we get used to some winds in hurricane season. This was unseasonably windy, so I'm not shocked that it affected some ride in the area. Fyre Drill in the Isle of Burke portal at Epic Universe is closing for a brief refurb in February. It's the first refurbishment for the park. Fyre Drill is listed as temporarily closed from February 1st through the 7th of 2026. This marks, again, one of the first official ride refurbishments, again, one that's announced in advance for the park. Obviously, in winter months, it is common that water rides go down for a short period for necessary general maintenance. We assume that's what's happening here. In an update to the early park admission policies for Epic Universe, guests will soon be able to experience select attractions in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, and How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Burke up to 1 hour before park opening. Through the end of January, the following attractions will continue to be available for early park admission at Epic Universe. That will be Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, Yoshi's Adventure, Stardust Racers, Constellation Carousel, Monsters Unchained, and Curse of the Werewolf. But now a significant change is planned for early park admission for the month of February. Beginning February 1st, select attractions will be available in the following portals, that again being Ministry of Magic, Super Nintendo World, and How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Burke. Written this way, all attractions in each portal may or may not be open during early admission. We don't know if this is a permanent change or if Universal is testing a new strategy. We'll have to wait and see how this all pans out starting February 1st. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to universalparksnewstoday.com. If you're enjoying this show, be sure to like this video and subscribe to UPNT on YouTube for more great content. If you click the bell for notifications, you'll get a notification every time we release a new episode of the show. For UPNT, this is Tom Corliss saying the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one, and hopefully one with a Back to the Future attraction. Almost cursed. Almost one with this or this. Give me these.